Yo guys, Justin Jaynes with the 10-7 here, and I want to talk about the legend, Tony Ferguson, guys. 40 years of age, standing 5'11". He competed in the UFC since 2011 at the lightweight and welterweight level. Very interesting news came across my desk this morning, but first, before we get to that, I want to talk about Tony Ferguson. Again, reiterating, making his debut in 2011, he went on a 3-fight win streak only to be derailed by one killer, Michael Johnson. Since losing to Michael Johnson, Tony Ferguson put together one of the most impressive lightweight streaks we had ever seen, compiling 12 wins in the UFC lightweight division. Through that 12 wins, he was scheduled to fight Khabib 4 separate times, guys. And unfortunately, either he got injured or Khabib got injured or something came up to where they could never put to fight together. Fortunately, in 2020, Tony Ferguson fought Justin Jaynes and lost and hasn't been able to put together a win since then, losing 8 fights in a row. Let's talk about Tony's career for a second, guys. 10 performance bonuses. His overall record, 25-11. His UFC record is 15-9. Again, with that, he went on a 3-fight win streak, lost, then a 12-fight win streak, and unfortunately, he's lost 8 in a row since then. And, right now, the rumor is Tony left the UFC and he is signed with the GFL. And I got a pretty strong source. MMAfighting.com and Sports Illustrated are both talking about it. Kevin Lee, I just saw on Instagram, is talking about it. Dillon Danis is talking about it. Guys, how incredible would it be for Tony Ferguson to go to the GFL and have his first matchup against Dillon Danis? All us UFC fans, all us MMA fans would love for Tony to go in there and snap his losing streak against this troll, Dillon Danis. But also in news, Kevin Lee is talking about Tony Ferguson. So maybe Kevin is looking for a rematch. Guys, Tony has been a gangster in the sport. Again, giving us memories since 2011. Unfortunately, towards the end of his career, he's had a really rough go again, losing 8 in a row. But who am I to tell Tony Ferguson to retire? This guy has identified as not only a fighter, but a UFC fighter the majority of his professional career. And when Tony thinks it's time to go, that's when I think it's time to go. And, getting over to the GFL, he's going to have a great opportunity fighting guys like Dillon Danis. And I really think he can have a lot of success, especially against Dillon Danis. And he's already beaten Kevin Lee. So, maybe they rematch and Tony can get back in the win column. I know Kevin's been dealing with some injuries through the years. I believe he's had knee surgery on both of his knees. So really, where is Kevin going to be able to perform, going through the GFL? If Tony Ferguson wants to keep fighting, I support him. If he wants to retire, I just want to say and give him a big thanks from myself and from the 10-7 for all the incredible memories. He's from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. Man, I just got so much love for this guy. He's an inspiration for fighters, for kids getting into the sport. And anything Tony Ferguson decides to do in the future, I'm going to fully I'm going to fully support him. Guys, tell me what you think of this transition from Tony Ferguson to the UFC to the GFL.